This is gonna be a full body flow. Won't take very long. We're gonna bring our arms up by our ears, glue your biceps to your ears. We're gonna hit this active hamstring stretch. So we're sending the hips back. The back stays nice and flat here. We're not letting the arms drop. So only go as low as you can go, keeping your back flat, arms by your ears. Squeeze your butt to bring this up, take it back down. Squeeze, bring this back up, and take it back down. And let's go for one more, bring it back up. Here we're going to go ahead and hit some toe sweeps. So we're gonna pull our toe up towards our face, big sweep of the arms, and a hinge. Big sweep, and a hinge. Pull your toes towards your face each time. And from there, let's go into that last active hamstring hinge. Hold it, and then relax. Go ahead and round the back, let everything hang. Enjoy this for a moment. And then from there, we're gonna start walking this out into our plank. All right, so we're gonna go from our plank back into our down dog. I want you active through the shoulders the whole time. We're not resting. We're nice and active, pressing the floor away from the body, sending those hips up, driving those heels into the floor. Let's take it back into our plank, back into our pike, and plank, and pike, and plank, and a pike. From here, let's go ahead, start to drop the knees. We're going to keep them up off the floor though, dropping in this crouch. Again, we're actively pressing our body away from the floor with our hands. And back into our pike, back into our crouch, and a pike, and a crouch. And from here, we're going to go back into our pike. We're going to lift one leg, drive that heel towards the ceiling. Hold it, and sweep that forward into a lunge. We're gonna make sure those toes are facing forward. We're gonna rock 5 little circles around this ankle. And then 5, going the opposite direction. And here we're gonna drop that back knee. Let's go ahead and lace the fingers together. Send those arms up in the sky, drive your hips down into the floor. Hold. And from here, we're gonna rock this back into the hamstrings. Go ahead, enjoy that. We're gonna bring this back forward. Step that back into our plank. We're gonna go back into our pike. Send that opposite leg up now into that 3-legged dog. And sweep that forward into our lunge. Keep that back knee up at first. Right now, little circles around the ankle. And circles the other way. From there, we're going to drop the back knee, lace the fingertips, send it up. Straighten those elbows, reach into the sky. And sweep that back into the hamstrings. And take that back forward. Move back into our plank. From here, let's go ahead and take this back into our pike. We're gonna hit that 3-legged dog again. From here, we're gonna let that top hip open. So we're actively pressing through our hands. You can go ahead, bend that knee if you'd like. Feel that stretch all the way from your knee up into your shoulder. And slowly bring those hips back forward. Bring that leg down. Let's go ahead, hit that other side. Plant the foot. Other one comes up. Both hips are facing the floor first. Then we slowly rotate that top hip up and open. Bring this back around. Both hips facing the floor before you drop that leg. Good, we're gonna switch it out. Go back to that first side and drive that heel up. From here, we're gonna sweep this forward into our pigeon. But we're gonna keep that back leg up. We're gonna rock this forward and back about 10 times. And then we're gonna rock this side to side. From here, we're gonna drop both hips down into the floor. I want both hips facing the same direction. If you're really tight, you may find yourself off to the side, but I want both hips facing the same direction. We're gonna keep the chest up nice and tall, little arch in that back. Enjoy the stretch through the hip, through the back of this hip, and through the front of this hip. Right? And bring that on down. Feel it out, whatever feels good to you. Belly button towards the knee or belly button towards the foot. Then we're gonna press that back up, back into our plank, back into our pike. Here we go, other leg, drive that heel up and sweep that forward into your pigeon. Again, we're gonna rock this forward and back for 10. Should really feel this through that hip, that front leg, and side to side. And drop both hips down. We're gonna keep that chest up nice and high. That front leg is trying to come across the body. And then we can take it on down. Again, belly button can go towards the knee, towards the foot, anywhere in between, whatever your body is asking for today. And then we're going to take this back up, back into our plank, back into our pike. We're going to drop the knees, come into a child's pose. From here, you're going to slide one elbow between the knees. All right, other hand, it's going to go behind your head. We're going to tap the elbow of that hand and reach it back behind us. We're going to go for 8 of these thoracic twists on each side. Don't do these nonchalantly. Actually have some intention with this move. You are reaching back as far as you can. Give it a nice little 2-second pause, a little extra squeeze. So we can open up through the upper back. And then switch it up when you're ready. And 8. Good. Let's go ahead and reach this back into a child's pose. This time I want you to really drop your chest into the floor. And then from here, we're going to rock this back forward into our plank. We're going to take a nice slow, eccentric push-up here, down into the floor. And we're going to send our arms out wide. into a T. So we're gonna reach opposite leg around, trying to touch that foot or as close as you can. Feel that stretch. You may feel this in your hip, and also you should feel this in your chest, front of your shoulder. And we'll switch it out, other side. And bring that back to center. From here, we're gonna press up, nice little baby press up. I want you to keep your toes pressed into the floor, and we're gonna really focus on contracting through that low back, just pulling the chest up and forward. Let's go for a few of these. Then we're going to just drop this down, and from here we're going to press it all the way up. From here, if the hips want to come up off the floor, that's totally fine. Enjoy it. And then let's press this back into a child's pose.